back, friends. It's Joshua E.D. Parker, and today we are going to be talking about the spoilers in Episode 3 of Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which is going absolutely insane right now. Let me know down in the comments below what you have thought about the show, but also this is a spoiler-filled review and recap of Episode 3 thus far, so click away if you haven't already seen it. So overall, starting with the beginning, it just showcases Obi-Wan and the despair of finding out that Anakin is Darth Vader, which was a huge moment and hanger in the last episode. And it sort of goes, and he's still trying to reach out to Qui-Gon as he's practicing that Force Ghost type of reaching out to Qui-Gon as a ghost. And I think that may end up happening in the finale. I don't know how far into it, but I'm sure Qui-Gon Jinn is going to show up and it's going to be absolutely insane. And then that transitions into Vader just doing a suit up, and this feels like a lot more than we've seen before with Vader suiting up, and it was just really cool. Felt really well finished production wise, and I just highly enjoyed just what all you had to do with the ambience to the music it created within this. And I just absolutely love this. Already obsessed with both characters, and just we get so much more of them in this. But then it transitions back to Obi-Wan as he and Leia are on the freight to this new planet, and they're just talking, and it's a great, amazing discussion. Just the little things that connect them and bond them together, that parallel things from A New Hope or other movies, or Obi-Wan reminiscing over how she looks like Padme or another girl maybe, but just overall is just the way Leia's persona acts through this actor is absolutely insane. And then we get more from the Inquisitors, which I absolutely love these scenes. And no hate to Moses Ingram at all. I don't understand the hate toward her. She is absolutely amazing as Kiva, or Reva. It's just hard to express to words how determined she feels. And then the fifth brother as well feels like he gets a lot more role here just within the 3 episodes alone than within the Rebel show, which I already loved enough. And so getting these characters to be something more is absolutely amazing, that I love getting in this. And of course the Grand Inquisitor is currently gone, and so fifth brother and Reva are currently sort of battling it out in some ways to get the higher seats in the temple, but Reva actually convinced Vader. Vader's on her side, essentially, and making her lead the mission, because she's actually right most of the time, finding where Obi-Wan is and finding all the right tracks and beats to get them to the right place of capturing Obi-Wan, which they have not thus far. But it's just absolutely incredible what they do with this show. And then it goes to Obi-Wan going on that planet, and they walk in, and there's the nightmare fuel with just seeing hallucination of Anakin turning around to him in the desert, and Leia's just confused. But it's just absolutely insane scene that's super creative with what they're doing, and Obi-Wan's just going through a lot in this. And then they travel to this Imperial transport that is taking them, and suspicions are made, but it leads up to this security gate where they finally check Obi-Wan, and he actually attacks back at them. And just that scene is absolutely brutal. I mean, it's generally what you expect from this fight, but then they shoot the guard down from the tower and he splits in half, which is I couldn't believe what they were doing with that, because it's actually showing the brutality of that, and then they're able to make it through the gate, and they find this new Jedi, Tala, that is talking about and helping different Jedi transport through this different system, through the spaceport, but that's when Reva, Vader even shows up, and the other Inquisitors, that bring such a strong fight that as Leia and Kenobi are just getting help from Tala, almost getting out of there, Kenobi sees Vader and is scared off his wits and is going up, wants to go fight, because that's the best way to protect Leia and actually giving them time to get out of there. And Vader is just killing people because he senses Obi-Wan's presence, and just the force choke and everything they're doing with his powers shows he's grown and got accustomed to this suit the past 10 years, and he's now becoming more powerful as he ought to be with what he's done, because he's already done all these Jedi hunting and killing, and now he's after Obi-Wan. And just the way Obi-Wan finally goes out, it takes a little while, but Obi-Wan finally ignited his lightsaber for the first time in 10 years, and it was absolutely just insane. And the colors and visuals, it seems like they're getting brighter with the lightsabers each time, but it was just amazing to see just a whole screen colored blue, essentially, as he ignited that. But of course, with those 10 years, he's getting older, but also hasn't been training with his lightsabers, with his agility, and so he's really weak and not super coordinated, and the fear has already overcome him to where it's hard to block off those attacks, and it leads to Vader force choking him and just starting this fire in the middle, and then Anakin's line just saying, "Now you'll see what I was put through," and he's just hardcore tormenting Obi-Wan for how he says, "This is how you left me, and this is what you made me this way," and just the incredible atmosphere with that, and then creating that fire in the middle and then dragging Obi-Wan through it was absolutely amazing scene that I just really highly enjoyed, and I cannot express that enough through this video, really. But just the emotions that are carried through this film. But then Tala leaves Leia, has to go, and that's where she sort of ignites the fire even higher, separating Obi-Wan from Vader, and that's where we sort of leave off with Obi-Wan, where he's scarred and burned, but then Leia reaches the end of the pathway that leads to the spaceport, and that's where Reva is, who has killed the guard that she is meant to find, and has to run back as Reva begins to pursue her. And that's how the episode ends, not knowing entirely how damaged Obi-Wan is, how far he is from where Leia is. But just an absolutely stellar episode once more. And I just highly enjoyed the show and what all it's giving us. Much more adventure and on-the-run base. Let me know down in the comments below what you have thought of this show, or this review that I have recalibrated on this recap of episode 3. Thank you for watching. Bye.